Hi Bay and Bay drivers, this is David Foster. I'm the safety manager here at Bay and Bay Transportation, and we're going to talk about the CVSA International Road Check coming up May 14th through 16th. This year the focus is going to be on drug and alcohol and on tractor protection valves, trailer protection valves, and the emergency braking system if the trailer were to disconnect. First off, with the drug and alcohol, obviously you can't have drugs or alcohol. You can't even have alcohol in the trailer unless it's on the manifest. So it's against the law, it's against company policy. Don't have anything in there, obviously. The emergency brake system, if the trailer were to break away, this test is a little bit different than what you're used to. Before I get into that, though, I do want to talk about doing thorough pre-trip inspections, and part of that is an entire air system bleed down. Okay? A lot of times when I talk to drivers and they say, well, I couldn't hear the air leak because the engine was running. That's your first problem. In order to hear the air leaks, the engine needs to be turned off. You need to have your PSI all the way up to 120 PSI. And that's the only way that you can hear. You won't hear it if your engine or if your reefer is running. A couple other things to take a look at is your air service lines. Okay? Now, if you notice your air service lines right here, they're touching the catwalk in the frame. That's a violation. You can also get a violation if there's any fraying or chafing due to those air lines. Okay? So if your air lines are touching the frame, such as this one, you need to have your adjustments done on your springs. Okay? Now, before I get into the road test, some safety things. The truck is going to be built up to 120 PSI. Or at least between the compressor cut in, cut off. Once the pressure is built up, the officer will chalk your wheels. You'll end up releasing your brakes so that the air system is completely full. At that point, they're going to be listening for any leaks, which is why I want you to do an air system test as part of your pre-trip. But then they're going to have you as the driver remove the air lines. Now, keep in mind, the air lines themselves are going to be at 120 PSI, so that air pressure is going to come out really fast. It's going to be noisy. It can spray dirt, debris out. So some safety things. If you have earplugs, okay, make sure that you put in some decent earplugs if you have it available. Okay. Also some glasses, because we want to make sure that we don't get any debris or anything in our eyes and prevent injuries. And then of course, any good truck driver has a good pair of gloves. Okay, so I'm going to remove the service one first. That's your normal brake. Okay, now the emergency one, that one's going to give a pop. It's at eye level, okay, so that's why we have safety gear on. But make sure that you keep your face away from it. That air will eventually shut down. It must shut down by 20 PSI. If it doesn't shut off by 20 PSI, then it's a failure in the system. And right there, you just heard that it stopped. Okay? So at this point, now we need to check the gauge inside the truck, make sure that we're still above 20 PSI before that protection valve shut off. All right, so now that the air has escaped the system, the trailer brakes, they did activate. That is part of the requirement. So the trailer spring brakes, they must engage once that loss of air pressure happens. We took a look at the air gauge in the truck. Tractor was at 65 PSI with the trailer system holding at 60 PSI. So everything worked great on the tractor and on the trailer. The next thing that the officer is going to check is to make sure that there's no air escaping coming back through the trailer on the service side. So on the blue glad hand, they're just going to feel up there and listen for any sort of leaks coming out of there. This one checks out, everything's good as far as that goes. The last part of the test, they're going to have the driver apply brakes, apply the service brakes in the truck so that you can hear if there's any sort of air leaks coming through your line. So go do that now. All right, No air leaks. We're good to go. This truck and trailer is going to pass inspection. There's plenty of information out there on the Bay and Bay Post regarding the CVSA inspection coming up. Remember, any clean inspection, doesn't matter what level, you're going to get a $50 bonus added for clean inspections. Violations, they negatively impact the company for 2 years, negatively impact you, the driver, for 3 years on your PSP report. So let's be diligent on our pre-trip inspections, and let's get all sorts of clean inspections now and during CVSA road check. Thank you for everything that you do, drivers. Be safe out there.